Hello, everybody. Greetings, greetings, and greetings. How are you all today? Here we are. It's the Svalbard, Norway webinar. So, I want everybody in the audience in Asia to think about Svalbard a lot. I'd like you to all type Svalbard, Svalbard in the chat box, okay? So, everybody type it in, okay? Good morning, Indonesia, Philippines, Hong Kong, Thailand, Taiwan, Malaysia, and I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. Probably Vietnam also is here too today. So we're going to go to Svalbard, northern Norway. This is a bucket list destination. It is one of the most unique places in the whole world. We're going to be able to meet the people there today and even have a walk around in the village and even go out and look at some of the countryside. So let me introduce who our presenters are going to be today. I've got presenter Sigrund Skjelstad. Hi, Sigrund. So Sigrund is here.
Hi,
Hi,
thank you so
everybody.
much, Tim. Good
Yeah,
morning to you, good evening to you, Aisha.
yes. And we also have our friend in Svalbard as well, Lukas Gerø. Hi, Lukas.
Good morning from Svalbard.
Yay. He's all kitted up and ready to and take us on a walkabout in the village. So before we start with Sigrund's presentation, let's play the intro video, Bella. So everybody, please stay along for our presentations, videos, live tour, and the quiz at the end. And now welcoming back Sigrund to do her presentation. Okay, Sigrund. So guys, whilst we're
Sorry
waiting,
for the delay there, Tim. Here we go. I will share my presentation with you guys
great,
shortly.
perfecto.
So welcome to Svalbard. It's my pleasure to show you our portfolio today, our seasons, our newest addition to our portfolio, Serenissima. We will go live from Svalbard with Lukas. We will have a quiz and we will have feedback and questions in the end. So who are we? Hurtigruten Svalbard. As the longest running travel experience company on Svalbard, our ambition is to be your go-to expert for Svalbard adventures. We aim to exceed your expectations with exceptional experience delivered with passion and professionalism while respecting and caring for the stunning environment we operate in. We specialize in crafting exceptional travel experiences that showcase the best of Svalbard, whether you seek the thrill of a snowmobile adventure, the tranquility of a midnight sun cruise, or the wonder of the Northern Lights. Our diverse range of tours, accommodation and dining options cater to every explorer. And as you see on the photo in the left here, we are in Longyearbyen, situated in the middle of the Svalbard island. So where are we? We are next to the North Pole. In the far north you find us. And flight time from Oslo is 2 hours 55 minutes. And then it's 1 hour and 40 minutes from Tromsø, which give you vast options of flights from across the world, actually, which is great. Normally we have 2 flights a day, which also gives you a lot of options for exploring Svalbard. Traveling to Svalbard and selling Svalbard, we need to first talk a little bit about our light conditions, which have a great range because we can experience a polar night all the way to midnight sun across the year with us. So we are a 365 days a year destination, but with 3 main light conditions which we sell. That will be the polar night, as you see, January, February, March. Going into March, April, you will start having daylight, and in end of April, you will experience midnight sun. Across the summer season, we have midnight sun and the possibility of amazing experiences all day and all night. Then going into August, the midnight sun sets actually this weekend. And then we start getting into winter, and in the end, the polar night. As you see on the left and right side here, that's when we experience the northern lights in the polar night, which is very exciting, and we can talk so much about light conditions, but let's see what else we have to offer. Our accommodation, firstly, Radisson Blu, Polar Hotel Spitsbergen, which is the northernmost full-service hotel. That's exciting. We are centrally located in Longyearbyen, Radisson Blu, and it's the perfect accommodation for business and leisure. It's family friendly, and we have modern facilities, comfortable rooms, and stunning views. 120 rooms we offer in our Radisson Hotel, which is great. So it's a great hosting space for larger groups as well. The hotel lies in the heart of Longyearbyen, which is a fantastic outlook towards towering mountains. It's my favorite spot for breakfast, for instance. You can see the views of the Arctic tundra and the colorful town, which you will experience with Lukas afterwards. And you can, of course, as I said, enjoy breakfast, dinner in a restaurant Nansen, relax in the sauna, and later share the day's experiences in the pub. We also have Funken Lodge. Funken Lodge, we reopened in 2018, and it's our boutique hotel in our portfolio. We offer rooms, suites, and a spacious bar, and a lounge which have the coziest fireplace I know in our new reception there. Also, we offer 88 exclusive rooms and suites with contemporary design. Ranging from single and twin to double rooms, it's a perfect fit for everyone. The rooms are spacious and comfortable, providing a perfect retreat after a day full of outdoor adventures. The service provided at the hotel is a major focus point for us, elevating the hotel to a premium level which was previously not available on Svalbard, so that is very exciting for us. This will flow from check-in to check-out and be highlighted in the exclusive breakfast and the atmospheric Funksjonærmessen restaurant. just a quick overview of our restaurants, because we have a lot to talk about in my portfolio. But here you have an overview. We have Funksjonærmessen restaurant located at Funken Lodge. The capacity is 95 people. The Nansen restaurant, which is located in Radisson Blu, has the capacity of 117 guests. Radisson Blu also is where you find Barents Gastropub, where we have the capacity of 50 people, and it's a local favorite for dinner. So if you want to meet the locals, go check out Barents Gastropub. Then at the Coal Miners Bar and Grill, we have the capacity of 57 people. And a very exciting addition to our portfolio is Huset, which has the capacity of 52 people, but in theater, 180 people. Huset is a real treat in Longyearbyen. And then we have to talk a little bit about our operation. We have an experienced expedition team filled with experts that have developed over 60 different excursions and activities for us. So you can experience Svalbard in a unique way. And Svalbard is an activity-driven destination, which means that the programs are often filled with experiences of nature through activities, which is super exciting. We are ISO certified in accordance with the standards. So we are ISO certified throughout our portfolio, which is super exciting. And just to note that our safety is always your safety is always our top priority, and we educate our guides in the highest standards of safety and sustainability. And then we are willing to ensure that you are having an unforgettable experience, you and your clients. Let's move on to some scenery of our Northern Lights season, which is one of my favorite seasons.
Sånn her får du Svalbard. Dette er Svalbard-outfiten. Her ligger det nesten 1 million frøtyper som er lagret.
season, which is also an amazing season when it comes to watching wildlife, often from the sea. It's spectacular and extremely popular also for cruise, which we'll talk about later. And we have a film clip here that Bella is going to show us. And here you will really see the vast difference in light condition between polar night and summer season, which are like the outer edges of what you can experience in light conditions.
Velvet sky, your eyes pull me in every way. Feels like the first time. Shadows dance on golden skin. We are lost, the night begins. Every breath is pulling me deep into a dream I want to keep. Shadows dance on golden skin. We are lost, the night begins. Every breath is pulling me deep into a dream I want to keep. Shadows dance on golden skin. We are lost, the night begins. Every breath is pulling me deep into a dream I want to keep. Shadows dance on golden skin. We are lost, the night begins. Every breath is pulling me deep into a dream I want to keep. Velvet frequencies, you're in my mind. Moving through the dark, our souls align. Every touch is louder than the sound in your rhythm. I am found. Land is ours in ocean light. Your heartbeat echoes in the night. Every glance is a spark in the air. I'm already gone, but I don't care. Velvet frequencies, you're in my mind. Moving through the dark, our souls align. Every touch is louder than the sound in your rhythm. I am found.
I have to say, guys, I saw my favorite animal, and that is the whale Ross. And it always makes me smile. So, as we move along today, we saw light winter season in the beginning of this session. And I really hope that you have like an overview now of the different experiences that you can join us in the northernmost outpost of Svalbard, doing various things as we have snowmobiling, we have dog sledding, we have different activities all year round. But our light winter season is the peak season for snowmobiling, as you saw in the video in our introduction today. But I will move along because we have to get to Lukas quickly. So let me introduce Svalbard Adventure Mini Cruise to you, which is summer season on Svalbard, but it will feel like late winter the first months because starting in May throughout mid-September, we have Svalbard Adventure Mini Cruise with a vessel called Serenissima. We sell a six-day package with voyage and stay in Longyearbyen. And it's a compact way of experience Longyearbyen and the landscapes, wildlife, and historical sites of Svalbard. This combined voyage and land-based arrangement makes planning a Svalbard experience simple, including the best of both worlds. And it's an extremely popular way of visiting Svalbard in the summer season. MS Serenissima is a classic ship experience. It's originally built in 1960, provides a classical and more nostalgic experience of the Arctic. It was a part of the coastal fleet last in 2012, and it's been modernized and upgraded in 2019. It's suitable for a younger demographic, couples and families with older children. The average age of the passengers in 2023 was 53. We will just click along here and have a look at the overview. The MS Serenissima has a capacity of just 103 guests, ensuring a personalized and relaxing voyage while exploring the Arctic. Originally constructed in 1960, the name was Harald Jarl, and it now has gone back to its roots with the name MS Serenissima. Just to keep you on your toes, it's been called two names. We have a restaurant, 2 lounges, and an observation deck with 160-degree views and 55 comfortable guest cabins. Just a bit of our layout on board. And here we have a quick run through of the itineraries. Next year we have Saturday to Thursday and Wednesday to Monday experiences on Serenissima, which is super exciting. More to come on this because we will just have a quick look at our video. How exciting was that? I mean, it's a great addition to our portfolio, and I have to share with you, I'm bringing guests on a fan trip this weekend on MS Serenissima, and Miki is a part of that crew. which is super exciting and will bring more knowledge and great know-how about this vessel for you guys to enjoy when booking MS Serenissima for the future. Now, we are going to have a look around town with Lukas.
Hey, Lucas, great to see you. Let me put you on the screen.
Yes, now I can see myself. Can you hear me loud and clearly?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good. Hello, everyone, and greetings from Svalbard. Today we have 6 degrees, so it's quite cold, but of course nothing compared to the winter. Right now I'm just in front of the beautiful Spisshusene, as we call them. It directly translates to the pointy houses, and Sukkertoppen, which is the mountain over here. It's quite a beautiful day in Longyearbyen. A little bit cloudy, but I can't complain. So we will have a stroll through town. Then my colleague will pick me up and we'll go down to the famous polar bear warning sign. And you will get maybe a perspective on the distances between everything up here in Longyearbyen. So a little bit about myself. My name is Lukas and I'm a social media and content lead for Hurtigruten Svalbard. And I've been living here for the past 6 months and really enjoying it. I'm originally from just outside Oslo. So I'm a Norwegian and I'm kind of used to the cold, I guess. But the nature up here, of course, is nothing that can be compared. So here we have a stroll through the main street, as we call it. And I will show you around. So here, at the end of the road, you can see our offices, as well as the Radisson Blue Polar Hotel. And we got the beautiful, majestic Hjort Fjellet, or Hjort Mountain, in the end. And in the other end, we have the beautiful Longyear Glacier, actually. So either way, where you turn your head is going to be beautiful. So this is the main street. Here we have like cinema, we have the post office, we have the library, kind of everything you need to have a normal life in 78 degrees north. And of course, we have a shopping mall, because you always need a shopping mall. It's not the biggest shopping mall, but it has a cafe called the Fruene, which is the northernmost chocolateria in the world, as well as pastries and nice coffee. And it got some souvenir shops and stuff like that as well. So here is the main square. It's not too many people out today. Not yet. And of course, Longyearbyen used to be a coal mining community, and was actually founded back in 1906 by a guy named John Munro Longyear. And he was the biggest owner of the coal company here. And 10 years later, it was sold on to Store Norske Kullkompani, which translates to the big Norwegian coal company. So It's been a coal mining community since then. And actually the last Norwegian coal mine number 7, closed this summer. So now Longyearbyen mainly focuses on tourism, science, and actually education, because we have a school called the University of Svalbard up here as well. So here you have the liquor store. Usually in mainland Norway it's called Vinmonopolet, but of course here it is Nordpolet, which directly translates to the North Pole. And you have the, of course, guns prohibited sign. You'll find that on most stores around here, because we use rifles and flare guns as polar bear protection up here. But don't you worry, you don't need that in town. It's when you leave town, and you will not miss the polar bear danger signs, which marks the safe zones. And I will show you later on. And here you have the grocery store. Svalbardbutikken has everything here. It has a polar bear on it. And it's where we get our groceries, and as well as furniture, and yeah, everything you need.
So, Lucas, is all the food imported into Svalbard?
Yeah, mostly it is. I mean, it's kind of hard to grow anything up here, but of course we have our own brewery, so but yeah, mostly everything is imported from mainland Norway, and it either comes by plane or it comes by boat. So the other day I went to get some meat, but everything was almost sold out, so it was like just one type of meat left. So I really didn't have a choice, but that's what you get when settling down on an island close to the North Pole. And here we have a long, yeah.
Yeah, then they were saying that there's lots and lots of snowmobiles everywhere, maybe more snowmobiles than cars, yeah?
Yeah, it's more snowmobiles than people, actually. So we are approximately 2,600 people living in Longyearbyen. And it's a lot more snowmobiles than that, and you'll see them parked everywhere. Now it's summer, so they're all standing on pallets and being stored until the season starts early next year for most people.
And when does the snow come?
It depends, but it will probably start snowing in October, November.
And then really there'll be snow around up until May.
Yeah. Today, this year we had snow. People went snowmobiling until it was a summer vacation. So we had the snow longer this year than we had earlier.
And then basically you have all day sun from around April until the end of July, right?
Yes, so the sun went up the 20th of April, and it has been up in the sky for 4 months now. And it's finally going down this weekend for the first time in 4 months. So I guess everyone here is looking forward for a good night of sleep.
Yeah, because it's sunny all day from the 20th of April all the way until the 20-something of August every year.
Yes, every year. And yesterday we had like almost sunset, and it was quite beautiful with all the colors, but it will not go below the horizon before the end of the weekend. And then we will have like regular days like everyone else has, I guess. And in the end of October, it will be completely gone, and by November we will have what we call Polar Night, which is quite unique for Svalbard. And it will be complete darkness up here from then.
Wonderful.
Great. So now I'm right outside our outdoors and expedition store called Longyear 78. So you find multiple outdoors and sports shops up here, but this one is run by Hurtigruten, and they probably have everything you need. If you're coming up here and you realize you're freezing, then you can go get yourself another base layer or a bubble puffer jacket if you need so.
Are you able to hire such things, or do you have to buy them?
On most Hurtigruten Svalbard tours, you'll get the clothes you need, like a big warm suit or anything to wear while you go snowmobiling or you go out with boat in summertime or stuff like that. So, but we mainly have to buy the base layers. Of course, it's close to the body.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still walking up the main street. I usually love to go for a stroll every Sunday through town, because compared to like mainland Norway, everything up here is also open on Sundays. So that's nice. The cafe, the stores, everything. So you also have Skinnboden, which I'm quite a big fan of. You have everything you'll think Svalbard will offer.
Souvenirs.
Souvenirs and yeah. And there's also a lot of different places to go dining as well. You can't really miss it. And now I'm getting close to the end, so hopefully my colleague will pick me up and we'll go down to the polar bear sign and we'll talk a little bit about polar bears maybe and wildlife in general. But right now I'm getting close to the Visit the Svalbard office. Is the local tourism office. So I got a question in what time it is up here. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 a.m. And this is the view you get at the end of the street. And now the main street kind of ends right here. And you find mostly houses where the locals live. If you continue further up, you'll end up at Nybyen, and it's where we have one of our hotels called the Coal Miners Hotel. And halfway up there, you find also Funken Lodge, which is our hotel as well. And you find also Huset Restaurant, which is a house. It's quite alone out there, but it's still inside the safe zone, which is our fine dining restaurant. So there is things that happens outside the main street as well.
Lucas, Maria is on her way to pick you up.
Wow, fantastic.
Yes, but while we wait for her, you might tell our partners here, if you're going for a stroll on a Sunday inside the safe zone, so no gun or flare gun, how much road do you have to walk on? It's approx.
In this Longyearbyen in total, we have like 40 kilometers of road, but some of that is outside the safe zone as well. But there is a lot of places to go explore, and you'll find a map at your the airport. For instance, you can look for the Hurtigruten Svalbard magazine, and it will be a map of the safe zone, and you can go up to the church and the coal mining where all the like coal mining hangars came into.
Yes.
So basically, you have a few kilometers of walking distance from the hotel that you can do safely. And then
Yes.
obviously, when we have a tour experience, we get picked up and go out into the countryside. And then we have polar bear protection, yeah?
Yes, that's correct. Some of our activities, such as Camp Barents or other places, you will be escorted by having a guide pick you up, and you go by car. And when you're out there, you will have a guide with a rifle and polar bear protection as well. And yeah, so if you book an activity with Hurtigruten Svalbard, you will be picked up mostly if anything else isn't in the description.
So, by the way, also, they're sort of like interested to know. So, the places of interest in the town really are the souvenir store, the coffee shop and mall, and there's the church at the end of the town, right?
Yeah, the church is more located on the side. So in the end, you have the coal miners' cabins. The Huset restaurant is quite the hike. There she is. And on the side, you have like the police station, the church, the old Taubanesentralen, as we call it, where all the coal was received from all the mines through all these zip lines, kind of. And hi, Maria. I'll jump into the car and we'll go for a ride. So this is my colleague Maria.
Hey, Maria.
Hi.
And now we'll go to the polar bear sign.
So, since we're in the car and going for a drive, let's ask you a few more questions, eh? So, some people are asking why the houses are mainly green, red, and orange and not blue.
That's a great question. Do you know?
The color palette was decided by they hired some kind of landscape architect, I think. And so after she did her magic, and then she decided that this was the main color palette for the entire city.
There you go. Amazing answer. And then in winter, obviously it snows a lot, but the roads are cleared, are they? They clear the roads so that it's drivable.
Yeah, they will clear the way and the path as well for you to stroll around town. So that's no problem.
But you'll have the tires will have the chains on so that you can go on the ice, right?
Yeah, we have the right tires for the conditions, of course.
Yeah, and of course then there's snowmobiles as well for those people going out into the beyond, yeah.
Yeah, for locals, all the cars mostly swap out for snowmobiles.
Hey. So let me pop along and ask you a few Q&A since we're in the car. Food wise, do you have lots of vegetarian food possibilities up there as well?
Yeah, we have everything you need, either if it's like gluten or vegetarian options, or yeah, that should be no problem.
So I would imagine for halal food, probably better stick to the vegetarian food or pork free, chicken or whatever.
Yeah, we have great options for that as well. So
Can
I
you
don't believe that's
see,
a problem.
can you do whale cruise?
Yeah, we have different types of cruise or boat trips. One which is like Arctic Fjord Safari. We go search for the Atlantic puffin. I mean, and it's yeah. There's a lot of whales around. I've seen them a few times. Everything from like whales to beluga whales,
Fin whales,
fin whales,
minke whales.
minke whales. That's that's the one I've seen a few times. So you can go. We don't have a product named Whale Safari, but if you go by boat, they will be out there as well.
And when is the best time for Northern Lights? Would it be sort of October, November before the snow really falls, or what's the best time?
I mean, I haven't been here in the dark season yet. Maybe Maria has a better answer for that, but I guess it's when the polar night comes and it will be complete darkness. You have no such thing as light pollution and stuff like that. It will be much better to have a look at the Northern Lights. And Svalbard is actually one of the places you have Northern Lights all day. But you really don't see it because it's too much light pollution. So that's why you see them in the darkness in the wintertime.
Yeah, and I believe also that usually when there's less snow, there's more chance to see the Northern Lights because of the less light pollution. Yeah, so probably October, November is a really good time to see it.
I can add on to that, Tim, that
Yes.
we are super fortunate with our light conditions for Northern Lights in Svalbard because of the polar night, as Lukas said. You can experience Northern Lights if it's clear skies, both day and night. That is for the polar night is for 3 months, but since we have some weeks with actual nighttime going into winter, I would say end September throughout mid-March, you can enjoy Northern Lights in Svalbard, and that is a very long season actually for this phenomenon, which is great for us. And of course, the excitement of the hunt for the Northern Lights. Look where you are, Lukas.
Yeah, it's a short drive, but you can actually walk out here as well. So here, I actually think this is the most photographed sign in the whole Norway, right where I'm standing now. So this marks the end of the safe zone. Every road out from town has these polar bear signs. There's one here. There's one towards the airport the other way. There's one towards the Longyearbyen and the glacier up against coal miners' cabins, and on the other side, close to Huset restaurant as well, if you want to have a picture with all the polar bear signs around town.
So there it is, beautiful polar bear sign. And just explain one more time about polar bear protection. What does that involve?
Yes, so there's a few things you need to know about polar bear protection. And our guides, they have a flare gun, which is primarily the weapon we want to use for polar bear protection as some kind of scaring protection. It has like a big boom when it goes off. And if that doesn't work after multiple tries, we'll use the rifle as the polar bear protection. But we'll never want to harm any animals. And usually when we see a polar bear, we will, if it's not from boat, if it's on land, we will go the other way. because we have strict regulations and policy to assure we don't disturb the wildlife.
Yeah, I mean, polar bears, they weigh about what, 700, 800 kilos, is it? Something like that? Really, really
Yeah,
heavy.
it can be up to 1,000 kilos a ton, actually. They can get quite big and they quite fast as well. But
Have you
yeah, we
seen any?
normally.
Have you
I've
seen?
seen. Yeah, I've seen a polar bear and a cub when I went on the Svalbard Adventure mini cruise, actually. So it's not usual to see polar bears around town, and every time a polar bear is spotted close to town, the governor of Svalbard will go out with either helicopter or drone to get them
to move him
the
along?
other way or back where they came from.
And when is the best time to see polar bears? It's really summertime, right?
Yeah, I think by boat is the best and safest way to experience polar bears. That's also because they usually go along shore and along the coastline
Yeah.
because they go hunting with seals. And now we get company. Here comes the tour bus. So probably a lot of tourists that wants a picture with the sign as well.
Uh-huh. So basically, the best time to see the polar bears is really in the daylight, right?
Yes, of course. It's because it's light outside as well. It will be easier to spot them. So it's a combination of the polar bears moving along the shorelines and being out on boat and having a lot of daylight that makes them more likely to be seen.
Yeah. I mean, regarding the weather, people are asking what's the weather like. I mean, it's hard to predict, you know. Sometimes you can have lots of clear days, sometimes you can have lots of cloudy days. You're in the Arctic. It all depends upon the earth and the weather up there, right?
Yeah, it does. Of course, like the weather in the Arctic, it can change quite fast, and it could be everything from windy to rain to snow to storm to sunny and beautiful weather. So, but yeah, everything changes more quickly up in the Arctic.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let me see if I've got any more questions on the Q&A chat. If you make an itinerary for Svalbard, how many days is a good time? Is it 3 days, 4 days? What's your recommendation for a, best of Svalbard itinerary?
Yeah, I mean, you'll never get bored in Svalbard. I went on vacation here last year before I moved up, and I went for 5-6 days. I think that's around the sweet spot. You get to walk around town, you get to do a lot of activities, and yeah, I think around 5-6 days is the sweet spot for a trip to Svalbard.
Cool. I think what we'll probably do is later on, Sigrun can give us some itineraries. We can send it out to the agents, and then what they do is they can plan their trip to Norway and then do the flight from Oslo up to Svalbard, Longyearbyen, and do that bit, and then come back to Oslo afterwards.
Yes, for sure. For different season, Tim, I will send that to you so you can share.
Beautiful. Well, let's have another panoramic view whilst we're just there for a minute. Then we will pop along to the quiz.
Sounds good. You can also see the dog yard behind me. There's a lot of dogs, and it's a lot more dogs than people up here as well.
Husky dogs, yeah?
Yeah, and there is a lot of kids as well. So we have a few kindergartens and preschool and high school. So you can grow up on Svalbard. A lot of people has done that.
Awesome. Great stuff. All right. Well, everybody, I'm now going to share my screen to share the quiz. Hold on a second.
Great. Then I'll head back to the office.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Lukas.
See you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, everyone. So before we do the quiz, let me tell everybody in the whole of the world what the prizes are. So we've got experience prizes, 3 of them. The first prize is a Wombax for a wildlife and glacier hybrid catamaran tour, boat tour on Svalbard. Okay, so that's prize number 1. Prize number 2 is the Northern Lights evening dinner tour at Camp Barents. And then prize 3 is the Northern Lights Safari by Snowcat. So we've got some really great prizes here. Okay, so for the first prize, I have the cue and the questions. Okay, so everybody, as usual, I'm going to ask you to put your name, your company name and city, and then the answer. Okay, so everybody's ready there. All their fingers are on the keyboards. Okay, so my first question is, what is the direct flight time from Oslo to Longyearbyen? Go. So let's see who's the first person out there. They've obviously been looking at the presentation and taking notes, yeah? So I can see Feli Julia from Inspirator Indonesia, and the answer is 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's quite a long typing for about 2 seconds. You're the fastest typer I know. So Feli Julia from Inspirators is the winner of the first prize. Okay, let me just write that down. By the way, once you've won a prize, the next winner will be obviously a different person because I've got to spread the prizes around, okay? So, everybody, the next question is, how many rooms does the Funken Lodge have? Go. So, let me go zooming along until I find. So yeah, I read the presentation. It said 88 rooms and suites, right? So we'll take 88 as the answer. And let me pop along up to the screen to see who's got 88. Oh my God. So Veronica Swandi from Inspirator Indonesia has got 88 exclusive rooms and suites with contemporary design. I mean, practically high-speed typing here. There you go, Veronica Swandi. You have managed to get the answer quickly. Okay. Then the last question. So again, I think from now on, if anybody answers the question from a different company as well as a different person, then we will give you the prize. Okay, so everybody, finger on buttons please. What is the name of the new cruise ship that was added to our group this year? My God, they're so quick. It's amazing, really. So let me scroll up to the first person that managed to type this one in. So I've got Mara from CAS Holidays, Quezon City, MS Serenissima. There you go. So Mara from CAS Holidays, I shall give you this voucher. Okay. So let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. Okay. And let me turn on my video as well. So thank you everybody for coming to our wonderful webinar in Svalbard today. I shall record this webinar and give the YouTube version to people who didn't come. We'll also collect all the materials to share with all the agents as well. I want to say thank you to Lukas and thank you to Maria and thank you to Sigrund for being there in Norway today and showing us all about this beautiful place. And Sigrund, if you'd like to turn your camera on also and say thanks to all the audience.
Here. You know what, Tim? This was amazing. Thank you so much for hosting us. and allowing us to have this webinar for your lovely market. It's been great.
So we look forward to seeing people booking itineraries in Svalbard. We will send all the materials to everybody, and hopefully we can all meet again.
Yes, I really hope so. Thank you so much, guys.